Namaskaram to all. A question often asked by fans, connoisseurs, critics, students, audience, and several other people, how Emani style is different. Let me start saying that it is not different. The way Emani ji used to play with all the nuances, gamakas, melodies, and the presentation, overall presentation, makes a lot of difference. Emani ji was the first person to have introduced contact mic, that is the pickup that we call these days, some 75-80 years ago, because it was not reaching the larger audience. And he has not left any part of this great instrument unexplored. All the four strings, side strings, and here the bridge used to tap and then give the rhythmic patterns. And while he was doing the that's like this, the vibration of the strings used to take that the vibration and start playing. And he used to play on all the octaves. Normally, we play on the sarani and panchakam. These two are widely used by all. And to some extent, mandram, that is the third string. Emani ji has a special style of handling the mandram by adding a jivam here and then playing like this, giving a resonant sound. It gives a different, mood of the entire concert. So this is only, I'm just starting, how it is different. And the right hand techniques, he has got so much, you can just see the plucking, the very positioning of the right hand used to be at different places of this one feet. The sound is different. Now here, he wants even mellower, like this. And he wants to give a very commanding notes or, play during this Varaprastaras. He would use a little, giving a different tone. It can be treble or, tinny. It's not tinny, but giving a variation. Coming from different places. Now he has also added, like in the north, the sympathetic strings, but of course he has not used like sitar, that is where all the notes of the raga is there. But he would take the very important note, like he used to play Ganamurti, and he used to tune to the and this Rishabham, Sudarshabham. So like that, he gives a different dimension of that raga. He was definitely a very traditionalist, a traditional Pakka Karnataka style of playing. He plays the vocal style. Whatever the lyrics, wherever the words come, there he gives a pluck, and supposing there is pra or tra something, double notes are coming. He used to play. This is called katrimitu. Like this. And he was the master of gamakas. He used to say, without gamakas, there is no music. They are the essence of any music, for that matter, Hindustani, Carnatic, or anything. That is, gamakas are nothing. They are embellishments of the notes, and then we are giving the expression, because with 7 notes, as you all know, we cannot express a different raga. Here, he was the master, and he was given a task by All India Radio during his tenure, and he did gamaka research, and he has to name them beautifully. If I start, all those things, it's going to be a very, very lengthy video. So, he was the one. He used to play all the gamakas, like any raga, because we are not, he's not only playing one that left hand gamakas. He will play different gamakas, like, kampitam is there. Kampitam is nothing, that's vibrato. While playing raga, see, while stopping, he would give a small, a shake. And playing all these gamakas with so much perfection, and it makes really the concert very beautiful, and the audience are really spellbound. Even the connoisseurs, the critics, the ardent lovers, and Vidwans, everybody he could please, and he could convince them. And during his concerts, I think he was the first person I have ever known that while playing, he used to demonstrate and used to explain the greatness of this instrument. Okay, how beautiful it can be, played with all these gamakas. He would play from Vedic hymns to Western music. And as you all know, some 75 years ago or 80 years ago, a person from a Carnatic background, classical background, playing a pop music or Western jazz, these are all, very new. He was always an innovator. He would not stop at one, one system or anything. He would pick up very vital, important things which has inspired him from north. Like, for example, Malkons are, Himnolam is there, the Gharshana Gamaka. Because it goes slow like this in north. And we used to call that Clinton of that's North Indian music. There are so many varieties in this itself. He used to call this gamaka as Ravajati. This is one. That is one. Only with not plucking with the right hand. These varieties come during this Ninuvina Namadendu Inavarasa Kannada. You all must have heard, and there the exhibition of these gamakas are more. Like this, if I keep on telling, and from the Western music also, he has imbibed, this. He was the one who has introduced staccato. Staccato is nothing but swara. Like when you are playing swara prastanas. See, this is the plain note. Okay, this is short note. Okay, this is staccato. See, there's so much expressive, it's so, you are emphatic on particular note and you're saying, yes, it's very commanding, sometimes it is soothing. He used to listen to Beethoven, Bach, and all these great composers of the Western music. Those days when he was young, maybe in this 1920s, he was born in 1922. So having a radio itself was a very big luxury, and all never used to have. So he used to go to some great friend of his in the village called Draksharama, where he was born in Andhra Pradesh. And he used to listen, just see those days, listening to Beethoven and Bach, he used to get inspiration. See how commanding that violence, that staccato, that vibrato, and the pizzicato, all this he used to play on the Veena. Why it will not come into our music and our this great instrument? From his childhood days, he was very, inquisitive about, and he used to play even film music. Film music is so soothing and so melodious sometimes. So he used to play one or two songs even during his concerts here and there. Of course, he served as the music director in Gemini Studios, and he has composed several, music score for several pictures. So, playing even folk music. Folk music has got so much content, that slang of that music, what do you call that, the lyrics, sometimes, they are very, like, folk music, Veda, Western, jazz. Like this, it goes on and on. And he used to pick up the one small melody of that, whether it is Come September or, jazz or anything. And then he would extemporize. He has got so much imagination. And it used to be really a marvelous piece. This 1 minute piece, he can make it as a 10 minutes piece. The audience are really enthralled. He has the mastery of the gamakas, and he has got, of course, he was genius. His imagination was so vast that no two concerts look alike or sound alike. To me, I had the fortune of playing with him for several years, 3 decades at least, and I know that today he played Kirvani like this, tomorrow it will be different. The way that he has started, the start off, the landing, and then take off, everything is, different. And sometimes he used to give a tinge of northern, classical, western, and eastern also, especially during this certain ragas like, Todi, Kirvani, that shake, all these things he could do because he was the master. And playing on the third string mandara, I don't think so. Anybody till now, till date. And he used to play Sawal Jawab, like, two persons are talking, or, one person is saying like that. So the tonal quality also used to change. Bolder. And here you will see like this. He used to get wonderful ideas, and he used to tell the audience, so that he makes his concert very, very interesting. I have seen, okay, the knowledgeable persons are sitting and nodding, they know what he's playing, or enjoying. Most of the concerts, if there are 5,000 people, do you think all music? No, they don't have any background, but they enjoy first the tone. And I forgot to tell you, the way he sits itself is like a majestic in a person. Stooping, or the fingers are very well placed like this, and with the left hand like this. Just looking at him, we know he is the master of that instrument. So that much, he had that majestic outlook in everything, even by playing the gavakas, and the concerts are lasting for 4 hours. There were days when he was playing for 5 hours. Nobody could have played before, during, and after. Na bhuto na bhavishyati. That was his command over the instrument. It was all Saraswati Devi's kataksha. There are all legends whom I have met during, when they used to come and meet my father, or when they talk to me, they used to say, he is direct descendant of Goddess Saraswati. They won't hesitate to say, Saraswati himself is coming and playing. So, these are the techniques. There are more and more to tell, but I think I need hours to demonstrate. If I start playing, and it will go on. Okay, now I'll also tell you, he has also taken he was inspired rather with instruments like a sitar, as I told you, this Clinton, thing, normally the vocalists also, they do sing in their concerts, but it has to be very crisp. And when the sarod also has got a special, thing, like small things, you used to notice, and then start playing with this instrument. And he has created several, compositions in orchestras. It's a ocean. I mean, I can't tell anything about his orchestration. And guitar, when the guitar plays two notes like this. This is 2 notes. 3 notes. to make use of it is something, very interesting. And fourth note, normally people don't use the Anumandaram. He used to play Anumandaram in the raga and also during the Swargastaras. It goes very, he uses in a very elaborate way. Like and Tanam. So all this guitar, this chord system, he was inspired and he has introduced Dvibhinna Gamakar and Tribhinna Gamakar, 3, Chaturbhinna Gamakar, 4. Sorry. All together. So this used to play even in the Tanam. Tanam playing as it is for Veena players is a very special feature, and this master again is a real master. He used to play Tanam like anything. It will go on and on for, I don't know, half an hour, 1 hour, I don't know. With Tanam playing just like this is okay. We have to use the side strings. Playing with little finger, the side string. So Taram, Ragam, Kirtana with Bhava. That means one has to be good at the language so that we can really get to know the feeling of the composer. So like, if the composer is pleading, his sound is to be very mellow. If he is commanding, and you know that the composers are sometimes, they are very angry with the God, and they'll say, no, I'm not getting the due thing from you. Whatever they want to say in the Kriti, it used to show on his playing. So these are all, so many things, make a lot of difference. And playing the kirtanas, playing the patantam, that is, everything is traditional way. And he will keep the lyrics in mind. It will not go beyond that. He is not just simply playing the notes. So, and giving an extra, like a seasoning we do for the final touches. And one fine thing I would like to share. He used to say, after playing a raga or tanam, whatever he has chosen to play, it used to be mellow, it used to be bold and just commanding, like roaring ocean and everything, slow. And finally, it will suddenly stop. That is the musical silence. He used to give great importance to that. Silence means just keeping quiet. That's not keeping quiet for hours or minutes, seconds. That gives a real relief, and he says that is the music. He was also inspired. Nadaswaram, when he was young, he used to listen to Rajratna Pillai. Playing that style, that gamakars, one by one, coming one after another. It's difficult to play on the veena. He used to play that. is a pause for a few seconds after playing these kind of, different gamakas, all coming in a, like the very big waves in the ocean, and suddenly it will stop. That gives the real beauty. So these things he has noticed from several, the music systems, whether it is, folk, western, eastern, our Karnataka, Hindustani, all are great systems, all have some beauties in their systems. So he used to pick up, and everything used to work on his mind. His mind used to be like a big, like a scientist has a lab before him. It used to be like that. He used to experiment every day, experiment and give a new dimensions to that raga. If he takes one raga and if he plays for continuously for 4-5 days or 7 days, you can hear different the moods, different so many types of gamakas and phrases come out. That was his greatness, and that's the Emani style. I'm sure that you all have liked a little bit, and I have so much to say, but maybe I'm not a good orator, good speaker, and I just gave you a little bit of what I know and what I have learned. Thank you all so much. Thank you.